I can hear the spoiled brat whose mega-rich parents buy him one of these will be sobbing, I hate you, I wanted a flying car. Yeah, well, that's probably the way it would work out. Anyway, today it is Thursday, July 30th, 2020, and, it's one day closer to the end of the week, whatever that means. One day closer to the end of the month, whatever that means. Yeah, doesn't mean a whole lot. Oh, well. Anyway, today is Cheesecake Day. I like cheesecake. It's also Father-in-Law Day and Chili Dog Day. Let's hear it for the chili dog. Okay, with onions and cheese. Yeah, and maybe just a touch of cilantro. Yeah. Okay. Chili dogs. Yes. I can remember when I was at San Diego State, there was a Wiener Schnitzel across the street from the campus. And I forget which day of the week it was, but hot dogs, the Wiener Schnitzels were $5 for $1. I think it was the only day of the week that I wasn't hungry. Yeah, $1 for that and $1 for a beer, and I was pretty much set. Anyway, morning, Gene.
Good morning.
We're celebrating Chili Dog Day and Cheesecake Day. Finish off your chili dogs with cheesecake. Kind of soothe the tummy, right?
Ew. Not hardly.
Okay.
Those are contradicting food items for sure.
Well, if the chili is nice and hot, the cheesecake will help soothe it.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Just as long as you don't get mixed up, you want to eat the chili first.
Oh, well, yes. And I don't know whether you heard, but there's a shortage of coins and loose change in the country.
Yeah. I don't know what it's all about, and you ask anybody in the bank, they can't tell you.
No. Well, it's a serious problem for the wishing well industry.
From the wishing well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready for birthdays?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Birthdays.
Movie director
Sing them.
Peter Bogdanovich is 81. Paul Anka is 79. David Sanborn, 75. Arnold Schwarzenegger is 73. Actor William Atherton is 73. Actor Jean Reno is 72. Actor Ken Olin, 66. Actor Delta Burke, 64. Actor Richard Burke is 62. Actor Lawrence Fishburne, 59. Actor Lisa Kudrow is 57. Actor Vivica A. Fox, 56. Actor Terry Crews, 52. Actor Simon Baker, 51. Actor Tom Green is 49. Actor Christine Taylor is 49. Comedian Dean Edwards, 47. Actor Hilary Swank, 46. Actor Jamie Presley is 43. Actor April Bowlby is 40. Actor Ivan Stravsky is 38. Actor Martin Starr is 38. Actor Gina Rodriguez is 36. And actor Joey King is 21. There you go. You've got some birthdays to celebrate today. And we will celebrate our local birthdays again.
The coronavirus is affecting everyone.
Must wear face coverings when out.
What do I do? What are you going to do?
When this is all over.
When this is all over.
When this is all over.
What are you going to do?
Going to a concert.
School.
Having dinner with friends.
Take better care of each other.
Support local shops and stores. Offering more help to others.
This should be over soon.
Let's celebrate our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Leila Garcia, Nisha Faith Vasquez, Ted Jensen, Robert Tapia, Jewel Rodriguez, Jenny Jordan, Antonia Nesperos, Jessica Farrell, Eva Villegas, Matthew Gazda, Randy Caldwell Jr., Vicky Rush, Patty Rivera, Mary Martinez, Jose Escobar, Sage Mayfield, Wally Rees, Mary Moreno, and Andrea Acuna. Happy birthday. Okay. Many happy returns. Well, More weird stuff coming from KFC. They're selling Crocs that smell of fried chicken. Okay?
Okay.
Somehow, fried food smelling plastic footwear would be the perfect fashion statement for this year, don't you think?
Hey, if it works, it works.
If you can make a buck on it, right?
That's right.
Okay.
I didn't think they made Crocs anymore.
Yes, and there are people that still wear them. I'm
Well,
not sure
each his
why,
own.
but they do.
They would certainly be hot right now.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and there's, you knew this had to happen. There's a new smartphone app. It warns you when it's time to change your face mask. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, if smartphones were really smart, there'd be a phone app with an elbow I can cough into, right?
Yes.
I think so.
If they were really smart.
Now, you and I go back to when the home computers first came online.
Mm-hmm.
You know, things like digital watches and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now, if you're wearing a smartwatch, there's more computer power in that smartwatch than what went to the moon in 1969.
Yeah. Your watch or your phone, either one.
Yeah. Remarkable, isn't it?
Remarkable.
And do you remember in math class when you were in high school and you had a little pocket calculator?
Mm-hmm.
And the math teacher would tell you, you're not going to be able to have that calculator with you wherever you go. You learn to do it the hard way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't do that when you take a test.
Yeah. Well, that's another area where the math teacher was wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you ready for news?
We've got news. We've got COVID numbers in the news. We've got weather in the news, a virtual talent show.
Really?
Yes, sirree.
Okay. And, if it were on the radio, I'd do my ventriloquism act.
Mm-hmm.
On the radio.
On the radio,
Yeah.
yes.
You'd never see my lips move.
Again, yeah.
Okay. We've got news. World and California news headlines right now brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. Your AC not working right? Call Lock Air Conditioning today.
CBS News Special Report. A sell-off is underway on Wall Street as investors respond to the worst economic quarter in U.S. history. The Dow is down 454 points right now. Bank rates, Greg McBride.
It was an epically bad second quarter. We got our first look at just how bad that was. The economy contracted 32.9% on an annualized basis. The worst we've ever seen, the worst ever recorded. The economy continues to set records for all the wrong reasons.
Another 1.4 million signed up for jobless benefits. The second weekly increase, $600 bonuses for the unemployed expire tomorrow. Business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
We do expect the economy will bounce back in the second half of this year. Estimates for, say 13 to 18% increase in the quarter we're in right now. But those estimates are predicated on more help to Americans and to small businesses.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Lock Air Conditioning wants you to protect the things you care about. Protect your family with the air scrubber that utilizes Active Cure, certified technology to protect against airborne and surface contaminants. Clean, deodorize, purify, and protect not only your family, but your home. The air scrubber installs easily to your heating and cooling system, and it's made in the USA. Call Lock Air Conditioning now for details. 760-353-4501. Lock Air Conditioning, and protect the things you care about. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news: an early morning earthquake in Southern California.
It was one of the strongest earthquakes in recent memory. A quick, sharp, hard jolt here in the San Fernando Valley just before 4:30 this morning. A 4.2 magnitude quake centered near Pacoima in the northeastern area of the city of Los Angeles, followed by at least one strong aftershock.
Correspondent Jason Nathanson. No reports of serious damage or injuries. Governor Newsom withholding money from a couple of California cities that have defied his health orders by allowing businesses to stay open during the pandemic. Newsom blocking thousands of dollars from Atwater and Coalinga, where Councilman Adam Atkinson calls the governor's actions illegal.
Congress passed the CARES Act without conditions. They passed the CARES Act to give to the cities and counties. When it got to the state decided they wanted to make conditions put on it.
Newsom was granted the power to block the money in the new state budget that took effect earlier this month. The governor announcing yesterday the Employment Development Department will begin prioritizing the oldest unemployment claims and immediately processing claims in the pending resolution category. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, you call the pros at Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Made with whole grain oats, Nature Valley Crunchy Granola Bars are just as tasty on the terrace as they are on the trail, as delicious on the deck as they are on the dock. So enjoy a Nature Valley Crunchy Bar wherever you are.
A salute to frontline workers. Sponsored by Mass Mutual. After recovering from COVID-19 at a Georgia hospital, Harold Jenkins received a round of applause from the hospital workers who took care of him.
What I remember about that was how good I felt. They were clapping for me, but I should have been clapping for them. Those are the heroes.
Brought to you by Mass Mutual. We're thanking healthcare workers on the front lines of COVID-19 with a free life insurance program. Learn more at massmutual.com.
The back-to-school sales here at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com. Get 40 to 70% off almost everything. Logo and dresses from $9.99, tees from $4.99, and jeans from $12.99. Find it all at Gap Factory or GapFactory.com through August 4th.
It's page one of the local news. Page one of service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Thursday morning. This week, this is an understatement, it's been hot. Here's more on that story.
It is going to get hotter. Temperatures have ranged around 113 degrees this week. The National Weather Service is forecasting even hotter temperatures for the rest of the week. The National Weather Service says an excessive heat warning has been issued for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They say temperatures are expected to hit 115 and higher. Overnight lows will be in the mid to upper 80s. Mountain temperatures are also expected to be around 100 degrees. KXO Local News, I'm Eli Moreno-Drew.
The Imperial County Public Health Department updated the county COVID-19 numbers at noon yesterday. The number of deaths reported since Tuesday remained at 188. Imperial County has a death rate of slightly over 2% of the individuals infected with the virus. With 467 new test results reported, there were 52 additional positive cases of the virus reported. The number of active cases declined by 37. Since Wednesday, July 22nd, the number of positive cases in the valley has increased by 442 patients, while deaths increased by 23. From 165 on July 22nd to 188 on July 29th. Calexico has reported 2,878 positive cases of coronavirus, with 267 remaining active and a total of 69 deaths for the border city. El Centro has recorded 2,426 positive cases, with 256 still active and 60 deaths. Brawley has recorded 1,569 positive test results, with 219 active as of Wednesday and 23 deaths. Imperial has accounted for 14 deaths, 803 positive tests, and 85 patients considered active. KXO News Time, 7:44.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for your service needs. Whether it's a lube job, oil and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment, Quick Lane can handle it. And Quick Lane services all makes and all models. Oh, and by the way, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price. Guaranteed. See your Quick Lane service advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less.
Continuing with more local news, the DEA warning of a new scam.
The scammers are impersonating DEA employees. The Drug Enforcement Administration is urging DEA-registered practitioners and members of the public to be cautious of telephone calls by scammers posing as DEA employees attempting to defraud and extort victims. The scammers call the victims, spoofing DEA phone numbers in order to appear legitimate, and threaten arrest, prosecution, and imprisonment for supposed violations of federal drug laws or involvement in drug trafficking activities unless victims pay a fine over the phone, via wire transfer, or through a gift card. Any receiving such a scam, hang up and report it by calling 877-792-2873. KXO Local News, I'm Eli Moreno-Drew.
And that concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
This is Luis Blancarte, Supervisor District 2, and I'm with El Centro Mayor Efrain Silva. What does your 2020 census mean? It means better and safer roads for your family to travel on.
More emergency services when needed, more representation in our government.
Your count helps guide where billions of federal funding goes every year.
If you count yourself and your family, everybody wins.
Go to my2020census.gov or call 844-330-2020. Make Imperial Valley count.
Page 2 of the Local News and Weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
Continuing with more local news, a virtual talent showcase. Here's Eli Moreno-Drew.
A virtual entertainment experience by the community for the community. It is hosted by the Mostly Theater Company. It is free this Friday at 7 p.m. For your viewing pleasures, support your community and the arts by tuning in mostlytheatercompany.org/VTS. With KXO Local News, I'm Eli Moreno-Drew.
OptumServe, they have 3 COVID-19 community testing sites. The sites are at Brawley Senior Center, Veterans Memorial Hall in Imperial, and at the Calexico Community Center Senior Hall. Testing is available at no cost to all residents of all ages. The tests are by appointment only. To schedule an appointment, you can call 1-888-634-1123. All sites are open 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., but they are closed from noon to 12:30 and 5 to 5:30. We urge you, get tested. We need more negative cases to bring our numbers down even more. Well, the investigation continues in the north end of the valley. Eli Moreno-Drew has more on the story.
That's okay, Gene. George and Eli look very much alike.
Very similar.
Yes.
It is a top priority. The investigation into the murder of 22-year-old Nathan Daniel Cazares. He was found dead on July 13th in an abandoned house on Main Street in Brawley. Brawley police say the county sheriff's office has continued to assist with the investigative resources since the initial time of the incident. They say the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Homeland Security Investigations Unit and the California Department of Justice have joined to assist in the ongoing murder investigation. Brawley police say their request for assistance is the result of information gathered during the course of the investigation. More specifically, the digital evidentiary resources needed in the investigative effort. Anyone with any information is asked to contact Detective Sergeant Jesse Rotner at 760-351-7777. With KXO Local News, I'm Eli Moreno-Drew.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with a weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, as strong high pressure aloft continues to develop across the desert southwest, very hot temperatures can be expected area-wide today through the end of the week. The Imperial and Yuma valleys will easily reach or exceed 110 degrees each day, possibly exceeding 115 degrees today and tomorrow. An excessive heat warning will continue over most of the area today through Saturday. 112 the high yesterday, 77 our low. Sunny and hot today with a high near 115. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 87. Northeast wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming west-southwest in the evening. Friday, sunny and hot with a high near 117. South wind about 5 miles an hour. Saturday, sunny and hot with a high near 115. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. It'll be sunny and hot on Sunday with a high near 115. East wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming west-southwest in the afternoon. We have 88 degrees downtown, 66% relative humidity. Wind out of the southeast, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
It's Christmas in July at Rogers & Rogers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And Santa has massive savings during our summer clearance event. Save $76.65 on a 2020 Charger. Plus, get 3-day 500-mile money-back guarantee on all purchases. Test drive any vehicle and get a $25 Walmart gift card. Shop online at RogersChryslerJeepDodge.com. 2020 Charger SXT, VIN number LH167061. Purchase for $23,825. 3-day money-back guarantee based on 3 days up to 500 miles from date of purchase. Additional fees may apply. Test drivers must be 21 years old and have a valid driver's license. Number 1 per household and 5 per day. While supplies last. See dealer for details. Offer ends 7/31/2020.
It's sports time. After 20 full weeks on hiatus, the 2019-2020 NBA season will restart, get underway tonight. The Bucks are on top in the Eastern Conference. Meanwhile, the Lakers lead in the West. The Memphis Grizzlies are clinging to the West 8 seed, and the Raptors are still, more than a year later, the defending champions. Major League Baseball action. The Rockies ripped the Athletics 5-1. Rangers roared. They topped the Diamondbacks 7-4. Nationals shut out the Blue Jays 4-0. It went 10 innings. White Sox blanked the Indians 4-0. The Reds pounded the Cubs 12-7. The Dodgers and the Astros went 13 before the Dodgers pulled it out 4-2. Brewers blanked the Pirates 3-0. Braves over the Rays 7-4. Tigers nipped the Royals 5-4. Red Sox edged the Mets 6-5. Yankees beat up on the Orioles 9-3. Twins shut out the Cardinals 3-0. Mariners bombed the Angels 10-7. And the Giants, the Giants came from behind and beat the Padres 7-6. Okay, the Padres 4-2 on the year, the 2 losses. What has been touted as the best bullpen in Major League Baseball? Methinks perhaps they have been reading their own press clippings. KXO AM 1230 is presenting coverage of this year's biggest golf events. Tune in, catch updates from the PGA Championship, the U.S. Open, and the Masters. This week, it's the PGA Championship in San Francisco. Our 2020 Majors Golf coverage is brought to you by Del Rio Country Club in Brawley, Stan's Auto Body in El Centro, and Derma's Floor Covering in Imperial. Dodgers reliever Joe Kelly has been handed an 8-game suspension by Major League Baseball. Manager Dave Roberts issued a 1-game suspension, and Houston Astros manager Dusty Baker was fined an undisclosed amount. Well, Ernie Banks, what a great guy, famously said, "Let's play 2." And baseball, they're going to be playing some double headers. The players are saying, hey, maybe instead of playing 9 innings each game, we go 7 innings each game. Makes sense. And the Kansas City Chiefs, Yeah, this is NFL. Had a second starter from their Super Bowl 54 victory opt out because of coronavirus concerns. Damian Williams, a running back, said he'll sit out the 2020 season. That's it for Sports Time. Stick around. We've got a look at financial news coming up.
Visiting Imperial Valley, the America's Best Value Inn and Suites by Red Lion has all the comforts of home. All rooms have a microwave, refrigerator, and cable TV with HBO. They have an outdoor pool, spacious parking, and free continental breakfast, which includes hot waffles. All these luxuries start as low as $49 per night, and be sure to ask about contractors and crew rates. America's Best Value Inn and Suites is close to I-8 at 455 Wake Avenue in El Centro, across from In-N-Out Burger and IHOP. Make your reservation now by calling 760-352-6620. That's 352-6620. America's Best Value Inn and Suites by Red Lion, 455 Wake Avenue, El Centro.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by the Imperial Valley's Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, they do. The market's sharply lower today. The Dow Jones Industrial is right now off about 445 points. The S&P 500 down 41. And the NASDAQ off 80 points. Gold is down $15.30 an ounce. And oil off $1.99 a barrel. The economy, well, a 32.9 plunge in second quarter on the U.S. economy, and that points out to a drawn-out recovery. The markets, well, they're reacting to the jobless claims report and that worst GDP reading on record so far. First-time claims for unemployment benefits rose slightly last week to 1.43 million. And there were no signs of progress towards a spending package as lawmakers face a self-imposed deadline of Friday to work out a deal. Which companies are in focus? Procter & Gamble shares jumped nearly 2% after the consumer products company delivered fiscal fourth quarter profit and revenue that topped expectations. Shares of United Parcel Service surged nearly 13% after the package delivery giant reported second quarter profit and revenue that easily topped forecasts. ConocoPhillips reported a quarterly loss that was wider than Wall Street had expected. Shares were about 9% lower mid-morning.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialists. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection. Water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 53 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. That's 352-6789 or 344-2533 in the North End. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
It will be sunny and hot today with a high near 115, southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 87, northeast wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming west-southwest later. Sunny and hot on Friday with a high near 117, south wind about 5 miles an hour. We have 89 degrees downtown El Centro, humidity up to 70% right now. The wind out of the east-southeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Roto-Rooter in El Centro and Brawley. When drains don't work, they do. CBS News just ahead. You can find local news on our website, KXORadio.com. This 7:30 till 8, available on our KXO YouTube channel as well.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News brought to you by the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan. A record-shattering number details the toll the coronavirus pandemic has taken on the American economy. The government says in the April through June quarter, it shrank at a 33% rate.
That's on an annualized basis. It's not to say that the economy is only two-thirds the size now that it was at the end of the first quarter. No, the economy shrunk, still an epically bad 9.5%. during the quarter.
Bankrate.com's Greg McBride, there have been millions of layoffs and consumer spending has nosedived. The political world is buzzing over a tweet from President Trump. He questions whether the fall election should be delayed because mail-in voting will lead to what he calls an inaccurate and fraudulent election. CBS's Stephen Portnoy.
Despite the president's suggestion on Twitter, only Congress can change the date of the presidential election. In 1845, it set Election Day as the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. It's been that way through the Civil War, the Great Depression, World War II, the unrest of the 1960s, Watergate. His allies say Mr. Trump was merely trying to highlight the flaws he sees in voting by mail. But critics say he demonstrated a lack of understanding of the limits of his powers and a willingness to put his own interests above the law.
According to his website, former presidential candidate and entrepreneur Herman Cain has died. He had been hospitalized with COVID-19. Cain was 74. John Lewis's funeral is getting underway right about now in Atlanta. 3 former presidents are there for the send-off for the former congressman and civil rights hero, Reverend Raphael Warnock of the Ebenezer Baptist Church on CBS This Morning.
At the heart of his activism really was his faith, a faith passed on from enslaved ancestors. When you see someone go on a bridge knowing that they are facing violence and brutality, he did that because his faith represented a spiritual power shaped by suffering.
Well, CBS's Jim Krasula has a pandemic story today from South Florida.
2 residents of the Florida Keys, a 24-year-old man and 26-year-old woman, have been jailed for refusing to quarantine after testing positive for coronavirus. Someone videoed the couple out and about and gave the evidence to police in Key West.
The U.S. has launched a new Mars probe today. Science Director Lori Glaze says it will collect rocks when it gets there that future missions will retrieve.
We're planning towards a launch around 2026, which would then bring those samples back in 2031.
A magnitude 4.2 earthquake this morning in the L.A. area before dawn. There was an aftershock. No word on any major damage. Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 354 points. This is CBS News.
Brought to you by Capital One. Capital One's banking app lets you manage your money anytime, anywhere. This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A.
I saved big money with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle, so I finally bought that new set of golf clubs. Watch out, Fairway. Here I come.
This is not a real testimonial. Sure, customers can save big with Progressive, but your other expenses won't just disappear. Are those clubs going to help you when the hot water heater dies? Also, it sounds like your money is better spent on golf lessons.
Time to go shoot the course record.
No, but maybe time for a reality check. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
The back-to-school sales here at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com. Get 40 to 70% off almost everything. Logo and dresses from $9.99, tees from $4.99, and jeans from $12.99. Find it all at Gap Factory or GapFactory.com through August 4th.
Nature Valley Sweet and Salty Bars are just as crunchy and creamy on the lawn chair as they are at the lookout. As delicious on your porch as they are at the park. So enjoy a Nature Valley Sweet and Salty Bar wherever you are.
An often honored celebrity is saying enough is enough.
We belong to each other.
A country music star says he's heard this all too often.
And the CMA Award for Entertainer of the Year goes to Garth Brooks.
Brooks is taking himself out of the running for the Country Music Association Awards Entertainer of the Year. With 7 top prizes under his cowboy belt dating back to 1991, he says it's time to give someone else a chance. He says there's one tweet that really sticks in his head. Why doesn't this guy step down and leave it for the next generation? Brooks says he 100% agrees. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
NFL players have voted, and the best is Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson. Defensive star Aaron Donald with the Rams, number 1 last year, fell to 3rd on the list of the top 100 players in the league. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
The coronavirus pandemic has affected many businesses in the Imperial Valley. The Small Business Development Center and Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation are here to help. They can assist with disaster loans and other financing, guidance on establishing a safe workplace, workforce concerns, and additional referrals. For virtual counseling services, call the Small Business Development Center, 760-312-9800. Se habla español. For more information on business resources, visit ibedc.com. CBS News, a service of the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here.
You've got Carroll Buckley with the best oldies on the radio.
I don't like it. I love it.